Now I'm going to walk you through what is the simplest yet most powerful of the four common bivariate tests, Pearson correlation. Once again, I'm going to be using the American National Election Study, their 2004 pilot survey, and I'm going to use a couple of variables in particular. So to pull up a correlation, simply go to Analyze, go to Correlate, and go to Bivariate. Now, you have a variety of different correlation coefficients you can choose from. By default, Pearson is the most common. You may learn about the others in a graduate level course, but by default, Pearson is the most common and what you should typically default to. So you have the option to flag associations for two-tailed tests or one-tailed tests. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at two-tailed. So the variables that I'm going to include here are two different feeling thermometers. So I'm going to use the feeling thermometer that is associated with professors, college professors. This is a variable that only has missing codes that are signified because this is a continuous variable that simply asks people to rank on a scale of 1 to 100 how they feel about college professors, with 1 being the most negative feelings and 100 being the most positive feelings. These, by default, are not recognized as missing cases, despite the fact they are supposed to be. And so you do have to fix this in the American National Election Studies dataset. I went ahead and fixed this and made SPSS recognize these missing codes as missing codes before I started this video. So I fixed the other variable, which is also a feeling thermometer as well. I am going to do the feeling thermometer that is associated with journalists. So it may take me a second to find, but there is also a feeling thermometer that is measured in the exact same way. Here it is, group journal. So the defaults are all okay. Pearson correlation is all fine. It by default flags significant correlations, which makes your life easy and tells you if the relationships are significant or not. So I am going to go ahead and run this and see what we get. So like I said, the Pearson correlation test is remarkably simple, but at the same time, the most powerful because it tells you a couple things the other tests don't tell you. It will tell you if the relationship between the variables is significant, but will also tell you the direction and relative strength of those of that relationship. And so we have here a Pearson correlation coefficient of 0.699, and it's positive. The Pearson correlation can run from -1 to +1, with -1 indicating a perfect negative correlation between the two variables, +1 indicating a perfect positive correlation, and 0 indicating no correlation whatsoever. And so this is statistically significant. It says statistically significant at the 0.001 level, so we would definitely reject a null hypothesis here. And this is a really strong association. What that tells me, given that the correlation coefficient is almost 0.7, which in all honesty is quite rare within the social sciences, there is an extremely strong association between how people feel about college professors and how they feel about journalists. Generally speaking, the more positive one feels about college professors, the more positive that one feels as well about journalists.